YouTubers, this is Michael from Screwy Productions, bringing you a new podcast from my segment called the Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand it. Now, let's get into episode 3 of Zyuohger. Now, during this episode start off, we see Yamato and others looking for the cube. Turns out the cube is to fix the link cube and get back home. They need the cube to fix the link cube and open up the portal. So anyway, turns out the cube that opens the link cube portal is also one of the six champion link cubes. The same cubes that the Zyuohgers used to morph up with, that became the cube morph. It's one of those cubes. So anyway, without the cube, they can't fix the link cube or get home. So anyway, Yamato and the Armor was passing out flies in the shopping district. Selma was looking by the ocean, and Leo was somewhere at the junkyard looking for it, and Tusk was stuffing Leo's balls about if she found that cube, we will not be able to go home. And Leo was like, stop busting my balls. Anyway, Ami was standing at a dress just as she liked, while Yamato was passing out flyers through the door of the cube and stuff. So anyway, that's when Amma had the idea. She told Yama that I see the cube. Like when they turned, she dragged it all the way to the store where she saw the dress in the window. In the window, there was this cube object, but it was not the lead cube. It was not the cube they was looking for. So Amma said, so anyway, so when Yamato turned around, she had on the dress from the window display, and said, "Oh, that's too bad." He just walked out, and the sales lady said, "Hey," she said, "You with her, you gotta pay." So basically, Amma was just using Yamato to pay for everything and stuff like, going shopping and making Yamato pay for stuff. So anyway, they finally got to. They sat down at one of the outdoor tables. Amma was eating a cake that was shaped like a cube and stuff, and Yamato you seem like telling about your efforts to find the cure have been very laid back. Don't you want to go home? Like Yamato was asking Amma, do you want to go home? And she responded, of course I want to go home, but I'm being realistic. If we do find the cube, do you think the cube can fix the link cube? Link cube still, she's just being realistic, and besides, the usual is not so bad, and Yamato felt kind of bad to her, and that's when he had this weird headache, and Amma was like, what's wrong? His headache made him see so far distant. He saw the sky guy talking to this girl who gave her this weird colored cube for way far distance. And I was like, so I know what cube is at. Follow me. Some guy gave it to the girl, so follow me. I was like, where? Way over there. She said like, I don't see anything. For very far, yeah, he saw the guy gave this girl the cube and stuff. So anyway, him and Alma went to go get the cube, find the tube with the cube. So meanwhile, on the highway, we see a new death alien monster with a crossbow, blowing up people in cars and stuff, and that's having crossing that planet on the highway and stuff. Wow. This is his bow gun and shit, and that's when Selma Tosh and Leo parents reacted to the Death Alien's presence, so they went to do battle with the Death Alien, and when they were battling the Death Alien, they say the Death Alien monster was telling him that that you interfering with my master's game. So it turns out the Death Alien, the reason why they go around, blowing up planets because it's just a game for them. So anyway, the hours were too fast to Selma and Leo and Tusk to dodge. So anyway, the alien bow monster kicked their asses and went off. Leo was like, why did Army and Yamato King to help us? And some of us say maybe Army did not sit the Death Alien present. So anyway, and Leo was like, well, I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Well, once we meet up with him, once we find him and see what the hell was going, why didn't they come and shit. So anyway, somewhere on the other side of the city, the couple who the guy who gave the girl the lead cube just got off the bus. Yamato Army met up with them at the bus stop, and she said, turns out the guy gave the girl the cube as a present stuff. So basically, I think the guy little boyfriend, girlfriend, I think he gave it as a present and stuff. She said, so Yamato showing the picture of the kid, to the couple, and just like, he gave me the kid as a present, so she didn't mind to give him, to give him the cube and stuff, and the boy and the guy was like, was disappointed of her giving the gift to these strangers and stuff. Basically, I think she gave the kid the cube to get lucky, in my opinion. So anyway, the girl was seriously to the cube in her bag, and she said, "Oh, I must have left it in a shopping bag on the bus." So Alma and Yamato hopped on the bus and found the kid in the shopping bag. It turns out it was not the kid they was looking for. It was too small in size. The kid they was looking for was a gray white silver cube. The cube in the shopping bag was a gray and orange cube that was smaller than the elite cubes, than the cube morphers. So anyway, a little while, meanwhile, a few minutes later down the road, when the bus is traveling down, the Death Alien monster was on the bridge, shooting cars with his bow gun, and that's when some and others showed up and told us to stop cars and stuff like that. So anyway, the Death Alien hopped on the car behind the bus that Yamato and Alma was on, and he hopped on the car and started blowing up cars on top of this car. Then he bought that car and hopped on the bus. So that's when Yamato morphed up and him and that Death Alien monster had a fight on top of the bus. So anyway, while the others chased after them. So anyway. So we're a little hope for Arma and Yamato's unleashed beast mode, but beast mode, he was able to kick the monster off the bus. Arma jumped off the bus in her human form safely, and she got out with the others. So did Yamato, and that's when Leah went into like, what the hell? How come you guys didn't come join us when that Death Alien monster was kicking our asses and stuff, and like, so how come? I said I didn't sense that Death Alien monster, so like, how come you didn't call us? So like, and Leah was like, call us. So anyway, that's when Leah cube Wang he answered. It turns out it was online. It's like, did you forget Elite Cube monsters are also cell phones? Oh, and Leah was really stupid. Like, oh, my bad. So Alma said the next time we don't sense any Death Aliens in our present areas, we just call next time. I was just saying, next time you guys see a Death Alien, just call us instead. And Lee was like, okay. So anyway, so they morphed up and started to battle the Death Alien monster. Now the others were moving too fast. Too fast in the Zyuohger, and they was getting their asses kicked, and that's when Yamato, just like before when he spotted the lead kick, so that's all he did. So the Death Alien monsters, arrows in slow motion, and predict where they're going to hit. So using his eagle-wise sword, he blocked every single shot of those arrows. So the other point that's very impressive. You must get, maybe your headache is a special animal instinct that lets you get you foresight. So basically, it's a foresight, so allow him to see from far distances, and also predict objects coming towards him. So anyway, so the Death Alien monster started at the other side, but Yamato just kept on blocking the arrows. So with a little teamwork, and they're using the cube blasters and so much to was able to destroy the monsters, and that's when General Gibbons and his weird crossbow spaceship on the side of his ship. There's these coins. The coins that he used to make the monsters grow, he gave them to his Lieutenant Nadia, and she beat down and put it in the slot of the monster, the coin slot of the monster grow giant size, and so the Zyuohger summoned the Q-Zord, the monster used his bow gun to cause the animals that track army touched his Q-Zord. So that's when others used their Q-Zord to form Q-King, but it turns out Q-King was not fast enough to dodge the arrow. So therefore he caused another lancer that tracked Q-King in his tracks. So it looks like they were about to get done for until Alma and Tusk managed to get the Q-Zords out of the rubble of that landslide. So this combined, so Yamato combined his Q-Zord with Tusk and Amy's Q-Zord and for for Q-King speed form, and Q-King was able to dodge the Death Age Bogan's arrow attack, but even if they keep on dodging their attacks, they have no way to attack. They can't get close enough to attack them. So that's when the Q that Yamato had started to grow, and he put it that started to grow and transform into a small Q with an exclamation mark on it, and the Q came out of the Q key and transformed into a giraffe that kick ass. So anyway, so the giraffe combined with Q King, and it became a big ass long cannon that they used to destroy the Death Alien monsters and to destroy the Death Alien monsters. So anyway, back at Yamato's uncle house, you talk say, I guess in this world, in the human world, there must be more enemy cubes like this in the human world. So basically, this makes sense that Zula in the human world do have a connection to each other besides the link cube. So anyway, Yamato was like, even though I'm being realistic that maybe we won't find the cube to bring us home, but I'll have to be optimistic as well. We will find the cube and whatnot. So anyway, that's when Grandpa was teaching me how to use tobacco cleaner stuff. So anyway, so Yamato and all the speak about cleaning up, told the others that this is our home for now. So basically, we have to get this place clean. So anyway, until he could tell everybody to clean up, and this is how the episode ended. So basically, this was not a bad episode. The cute giraffe was all right. It was alright, it was alright, it did have a decent debut, so this is an alright third episode. So anyway, So anyway, like always, to Cynthia Michael from Screw You Productions, signing off. One.